Hey guys, it's Megan. Yikes, my hair is like everywhere. It's a hot day today. It might be the humidity that's causing my hair not to cooperate. I don't know. Alright, so I'm having one of these days where little things are bugging me that shouldn't normally bug me, or I'm getting emotional about things that I just from watching a program on TV or seeing a commercial or something. And I think I'm just mentally exhausted. Like, just alright, so a friend that I couldn't really count on because she made some poor choices in the recent past, sent me or called me the other day and left me a voice message that she missed her friend and that, she wanted me to meet her new boyfriend, and she just, was sounding all upbeat. And I don't hate her, and I did a video before about talking a little bit about it. I don't want to, give the whole story out there because, it really boils down to somebody that used to be a significant other targeted my friends. It's not the first one, and it probably won't be the last one. I've moved on. This person has not. In the way that, you always think it's greener on the other side. The grass is always greener, and it's just a bunch of a rough terrain, really. You feel like you're getting somewhere, and then you just lose your footing again, and then you start to level out, and then you lose your footing again, and then it starts to get really flat, and you're doing really good. All of a sudden, you see that the path is broken, and there's like a huge incline before you get to the other part of the path. That's what my marriage felt like. It would get good, then it would be rocky, then it would be then it would be better, then it would be like, how am I going to get out of this hole? And then I got divorced, and that's how I got out of the hole. And I don't know if I'm just reflecting today or what, but there's just a lot going on. I'm watching some shows on TV. Well, yeah, on TV, but through the internet. I was watching these shows about these people that had really bad dates that turned deadly, and assaults that were happening, and I had to turn it off because I was feeling something. I was feeling their pain. Like, I was feeling the trepidation they were feeling. I was like internalizing it, and I do get emotional with shows and movies sometimes. If there's a really long-awaited reunion, or even military reunions with their kids or their significant others or whatever, I tear up. You put a certain song behind it, I'll tear up. Or you get to a movie and you want the guy and the girl to wind up with each other by the end of the movie, and it's coming, and then it looks like it's going to go another way, and you get sad, and then when it does, you're like, excuse me, there's tears, but they're happy tears. Well, those weren't happy tears. And I've been through things in my life in the last several years that I can relate to some of them, and they're not good things. I have aligned myself to not be around those things and around those people, because it's like that rough terrain. You're thinking you can get there, you're going to get there, and then you kind of sort of get there, but then it doesn't last for very long, and then you're doing it again. And I'm ready for it to be calm. I don't need the emotional baggage. I don't need the stress. I still want to be friends with this person later on, but it's not that I hate this person, and it's not that I'm angry at this person. It's too much for me to take on right now. I know where I'm at, and I know where my tolerance levels are, and for me to give it my all to somebody, I need to be there, and I'm not. I need to be there emotionally and mentally to support this person, and part of it is I don't feel like, in my heart of hearts, that this person has done, I don't know if you want to say the work, because that's not really the right term I want to use, has done, you have to hit bottom, rock bottom, before you can come up, and I don't feel like this person, I think maybe this person has hit rock bottom, and is slowly coming up. Now, when you hit rock bottom, you don't just, hit rock bottom and then, soar and be, the best of everything, and everything's great within less than 2 months. I mean, you can get your footing back, like, if you hit rock bottom, you're getting out of a marriage, you're getting divorced, okay? You got a job, that's good. You're having health issues, I still pray for you. I still pray for her, this person. So, you have to get your footing. You have to get your, I know the last when I talked to this person, there was talk about getting their own place. I don't know whether it's happened. You have to work yourself up. Yeah, your divorce might be final in a few weeks from your husband, but you need to emotionally get your heart there. Marriages are complicated things. I tried to start dating a month after mine was over, and he was gone. And I just wasn't there. I wasn't there for a long time. I still struggle today, and it's been, about 3 years since it was called quits, and almost 2 years since the divorce was final. So, I mean, I still struggles with part of myself. I struggle with trying to come to grips with what I need and what I want to be a good wife to Jamie, to be a good wife to my husband, to be a good, friend to my friends. Without some of my friends, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I thank them for helping me, my family too. That being said, I have to constantly do the work for me. And that's when I'm saying I feel like I'm just emotionally, overwhelmed. It's not one thing in particular, it's all things. And I'm just having one of those days, and I don't know everybody who watches my videos, and I thank you for watching them. I suffer from depression. So I'm having one of my I guess you'd call more of my downer days than my being happier days. I'm not unhappy, I'm spent. Yesterday I did a lot of prep work and made a couple of meals because Jamie was working a different shift this week, and I needed to make sure that he would get a hot meal when he got home from work, no matter what time it was, and I would still eat during the day, plus he'd get something for when he's on the road or at work or whatever. So I was trying to be a good wife, and I still am. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm a lot better than where I was, if that makes any sense. My heart's in it, and I care. Towards the end of my marriage to my ex-husband, I stopped caring, because what was the point? He didn't care, and we were just coexisting just to coexist. The heart wasn't in it, and it didn't work for me. So my heart's in it. I'm learning my physical limitations to things that I want to do and I can't. I've how do I want to put this the right way? I've come to the realization that I know there's things that I can't do, and there's certain situations that I can't attend, and I can't do, and I can't be in. And in a way, I feel like some of my friends have stepped back from me and have been like, you know what, you can't do any of the things we want to do, so we're on a different part in our lives, and we're going to go do it. I mean, I'm not single. That doesn't stop me from doing anything. I'm not as active as they are. I'm not, I'm not able to do a lot of walking. I'm not I'm not able to do a lot of like running around. I can do some stuff, but I get tired easily, and I have problems with my back and my hip and my knees. And I know, you know, to get by, the bare minimum that I can do, and I try to push past it when I can. A lot of times I tend to stay in my comfort zone because I know I'm safe there. Now, we have a trip coming up out of town in about a week and a half. So we have the rest of this week and next, yeah, about a week and a half, a little bit more. Well, no, about a week and a half. And, I'm having anxiety about certain things. Last time we took the trip, I had it too. Like, how far is it going to be from where we park our car to where our hotel room is? Or, excuse me, how far is it going to be from point A to get to point B? How long am I going to have to sit in the car? How many steps am I going to have to walk up to get from this place to this place? You know, am I going to be able to find something that's going to work to keep my blood sugar where it needs to be? I mean, those are always things. Am I going to stay in this, you know, is the heat going to get to me? You know, it's going up on our trip last time, I was overheated. Coming back, it was a little bit better. But, you know, it's different things, scenarios that go through my head. And sometimes, you know, these go through my head. It makes me want to, I feel like I'm a balled up, you know, almost like you take, you know how you put aluminum foil down on a pan sometimes when you want to bake or cook, and you spray your oil on it, and you put your meat or whatever you want on it, and you stick it in the oven, you cook. Well, after you've had your meal and you get your meat off of it and whatever, and you take the piece of paper or the piece of foil and you ball it up, that's what I feel like sometimes. That's what it feels like when I have anxiety that I can't do anything with, and when I have worries that I shouldn't be worrying about, but they're there, but I shouldn't be worrying about them, but it's like this constant struggle with myself. I know there's going to be people out here that'll understand my video and understand how I'm feeling, and I'm sure there's going to be some of you that are watching this video that are going, why doesn't she just get it together? You know, she's placating everything. She's trying to make the situation worse than it is. She's being a drama queen. She's this and that. One of my sisters used to hate it when we were hanging out with I think it was one of my uncles when we were down in Florida, and I would sit in the front seat because I couldn't climb in the back with my knee, and she would always get upset with me because, or anybody really, because I couldn't sit in the back seat and she had to be stuck back there. She felt like she was being left out. Well, I'm feeling like I'm being left out of my own life sometimes. I feel like I have friends who go and do stuff together, and they stop asking me to come along. You know, I like to go shopping. Granted, you know, none of my friends are any better than I am. It's just I have to do things a little differently sometimes, and I sometimes have to back out of things because it's too physical and I can't do it. Like, they go to amusement park. Up here, they have one here and they have one in Florida called Busch Gardens. Okay, they go to Busch Gardens, they're talking about, well, we're going to get you up here to go. Well, for one, it's usually hot. There's crowds. Both of those things turn me off of wanting to go anywhere. And it's a huge park. It's a lot of uphills, and it's a lot of walking. Even if I rent a motor cart, those things get expensive. A motor wheelchair where it's powered, because I would not get one where somebody has to push me. I don't like having to put somebody else out to accommodate me. I have to accommodate myself most of the time, and like little situations, like I have to, when I was a lot skinnier, I didn't have to, when I went to a restaurant, I didn't have to look at the chair to see if it's wobbly, if it's gonna cause me problems, or if it's too wobbly, will I break it? I don't want to break a chair. I didn't have to worry about, you know, if we get into a booth, am I going to be able to fit behind the booth, or is my chest or my stomach going to be in there too tight? Am I going to have enough space next to me? I mean, the world is starting to accommodate the heavier people, or the larger people, But, they think a lot of us are like this because we choose to be this way. And I didn't choose to be this way. I had a series of events that happened that led me to here. And, this isn't the best I'm going to be. And there's only one way to go, which is up. And that's really all I can do, because, I'm getting my life back. It's taken me some time. But like I said, it's not you go from A to Z in less than 3 months. It can't be done like that. You have to work your way. A heart's a very delicate but a very tough muscle, but it's full of emotions. And you might feel like you've distanced yourself from the person in the relationship you're in, and, you know, oh, it'll be fine, and blah, 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 they're going to be, you know, I'm good, I'll figure it out, you know, I feel so much better not being with this person. When my ex-husband left, I was hysterical. I cried myself to sleep for like probably the first 3 or 4 nights. I had to put something on his side of the bed so I didn't feel like I was by myself. I had to learn that when I went to bed, I had to shut off all the lights. I had to learn to lock the front door because I didn't have anybody here. I had to learn to make sure anything that I use in the house that I'm not using, say a toaster oven or the oven or, you know, the coffee pot, that I turn them off, because somebody else who's here, there's nobody else here, it's me. And I have to remember to do this. So it's hard to go from an us to an I. Now, living situations are different. I have, you know, there's certain things that my husband does that makes me feel safe at night. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to get the label in there. He shuts the lights off unless I'm the last one up. He locks the door. We have a, what do you call, a kick bar thing. So whenever you lock the door, it goes in. Nobody can get in. And, you know, it's safe for you on the inside. But if there's a bad situation or a fire and you can't get out, that's bad. But, you know, he makes sure stuff's turned off. He watches out for me and I for him. You know, I'm not on my own. I was never on my own because I always had Jesus in my heart and always had him in my mind. And God is the Almighty, and I believe in him and I worship him, and I'm a Christian. And as long as I know I have my faith and my family, I can get through anything. I'm just having an off day today. So I'm going to close this now, and I'm going to do a few videos and get them up. I know it's been a few days, and my scheduling has been erratic. Like, you might get, you know, 2 to 5 videos and then nothing for 2 days. But I'm working on it. I apologize for that. I will be back later. Like, fave, share, subscribe. Megan Shepherd 81, MeganShepherd81 @gmail.com. Thank you.